Hello students, in the last class we have studied one of the example for subphylum Urochorida, which is Ascidia, and in the previous class we have studied the morphology of Ascidia, where it lives, how it structurally appears. All this stuff you have studied in the previous video. In this class you are going to study about the larval stage of Ascidia. Okay, the larval stage of Ascidia. Well, Ascidia, as you all know, is a marine form, aquatic form, and it is actually it undergoes metamorphosis, which will have a larval stage, and that larval stage is called as Ascidian tadpole. Okay, Ascidian tadpole is nothing but a larval stage of Ascidia, which is a marine form. As you can see in this picture, so this is a larval stage of Ascidia, which is nothing but Ascidian tadpole, and this is adult stage. And the larva stage, why it is called as a tadpole? Because if you know that the frog larva, which is actually called as a tadpole, right? So exactly the larva stage of Ascidia also have resemblance of frog tadpole. That's why it is actually called as the Ascidian tadpole. But the size is very small, and it's a totally a marine form. Okay. So in this class we are going to study about the morphology of Ascidian tadpole. So the tadpole of Ascidia, that is Ascidian tadpole, is a very active motile form which lives in the marine water, and it will transform, that means it will undergo metamorphosis, and it will becomes non-motile sedimentary form. Okay, which is very unique to the phylum Urochordata. Okay, so let's see the morphology of Ascidian tadpole, and this is one of the picture of larval stage of Ascidia, that is Ascidian tadpole, and this is adult stage of Ascidia. Okay, let's see the structure of Ascidian tadpole. Okay, so a fully grown tadpole larva is highly motile and does not take any food from outside, that is its non-feeding form. Well, as you can see here, usually what happens, say if you take a frog tadpole, they actually eat food, right? That means they eat algae, whatever the food source available in the water. But in case of Urochordate, especially in Ascidian tadpole, even though they are motile and they have a tadpole structure, plus they have mouth structure, still they won't eat any food. Okay, so that's why they are non-feeding forms, and they have very elongated body structure. The body is more or less oval in outline shape, as you can see here. So this is actually a lateral view. If you see from the anterior part, the body is almost oval in shape. Okay, how overall the larva of or tadpole of Ascidia is divided into mainly two parts. One is head portion and another one is tail portion. As clearly you can see here, so this is head portion, okay, and this is whole part we actually consider it as a tail portion. Majorly they have head and tail part. The whole body is covered by tunic. You know that what is tunic. In the previous video you have studied what is tunic or test. Test or tunic is nothing but, which is very specific to Urochordates, where the Urochordates will have, our Ascidian animals, they will have a layer of extra coating, which is majorly made up of tunicin, which gives protection to this animal, called as tunic, right? So in this picture they haven't mentioned this tunic layer, but externally, that means outer layer body is actually covered by, whole body is covered by tunic. Okay, the head is elliptical and has three adhesive papillae or chin warts. Okay, so the head is elliptical, means body, the whole head is almost oval in shape. Okay, uh, as you can see here, the head portion almost look like this curved portion, right? That's why we call it as a elliptical. And then along with it they have three adhesive papillae, which is also called as a chin warts. Warts is nothing but and bulged or extended portion, we call it as a warts. Chin warts means, you can say this animal have any distinctive head portion, but still We could say it is a chin part, right? Of the chin parts, one of mid dorsal placed and rest two are located ventrolaterally. Means the additional here they have mentioned, that means the position of the additional papillae, two of the adhesive papillae are present on the ventral region. Ventrolateral means ventral and dorsal, you know that, say. So this is ventral and this portion is called the dorsal, right? That means the structure and mid dorsal, and one of the word is present the mid dorsal, right? So this is dorsal and this is ventral, right? So upper region of the mouth part is made up of one adhesive papillae, and rest of the two are located in the ventral lateral region. Ventral means below, lateral means either side. So if you see it in the aerial view or upper surface, it will be look like this. So this is the words present in low region, and this is one present in the upper region. Okay, so if this is a mouth, okay, two papillae here and one is upper part. So what is the function of this adhesive papillae? Majorly it secretes adhesive substance which is helpful for the adhesion. You know that they won't take any kind of food, right, when they are in the larva stage. Then why they need this adhesive papillae? Remember one thing, even though they are non-feeding forms, means they remain as a larva, mean as a tadpole, for limited hours. After this they will undergo metamorphosis. Through this they will become adult, and adult forms are sedentary, means they won't move, they will attach to substratum and they develop as adult. So for the settlement, or for in order to attach to substratum, they use these papillae as a holding structure. Okay, they won't use it for feeding purpose. That's why they secrete adhesive substance from it. Okay. Okay, the tail is laterally compressed and pointed terminally. It is provided with the caudal fin. The dorsal and ventral fins are continuous along the tail and are marked with 36 uninucleated striae. Okay, so as you can see, this is the original picture of tadpole, Ascidian tadpole, and as you can see here, their uh, tail is laterally compressed, isn't it? Laterally compressed means on either side they have compressed tail, and they provided with a caudal fin. Caudal fin is nothing but the fin which is present in the tail region. We say it as a caudal fin. As you can see here, so this is actually transparent. Don't confuse it with this part. The whole portion is here is actually tail part. Okay, so it is covered with the caudal fin, the fin which is present in the tail region. We say it as caudal fin. Along with it, they also have dorsal and ventral fin, which are actually continuous. As you can see here, the body is externally covered by fins. You cannot distinguishly say, so this is actually a caudal fin, ventral fin, but a dorsal fin, but they have fin structure which is helpful for swimming. Okay, so all these fin structure made up of uninucleated striae. Striae means is nothing but it is regarded as to be the precursor of fin rays in fishes. If you know what is striae, is nothing but if you observe fishes, okay, so fishes they have fins, right? So these fins they made up of small lines, right, which are actually called as a fin rays. So these striae they are considered to be the main source for fin rays in fishes. That means some studies say that the fin rays are actually evolved in fishes by this striae which is present in the Ascidian tadpole. Okay. Next, the central nervous system is situated dorsal to the nerve notochord. Okay, the notochord is restricted only its tail region and it extends anteriorly up to the pharyngeal region and is ensheathed by gelatinous material. You know that, say, if you want to say an animal as a chordate, they should have notochord, right? Of course, these animals also have notochord, as you can see here. So this is an yellow color line which is present here, called as a notochord. And if you remember, I told you that, say, notochord, especially urochordates, they have a notochord which is confined to the tail region, right? They have notochord, but it is majorly present in the tail region, isn't it? See, as you can see here, this is yellow portion, which is nothing but notochord, majorly present in the tail region. Even they have some portion of notochord in head region, but majorly present in the tail part, right? And this notochord is covered by gelatinous material. Okay, and this the notochord, you know, that's so the notochord, which is followed by the nervous system, which is nothing but central nervous system. So the above this you can see a black line, which is nothing but nerve cord, right? So this is nerve cord, which forms the central nervous system in the head portion. Okay, so these notochord present just below the nerve cord. That means the nerve cord is present just above the notochord. You know that even in human beings we also have nerve cord just above the notochord. Okay, we have nerve cord just above the notochord. Next, the segmental muscle bands are present in the tail region, which are arranged on both sides of the nerve cord. The mouth is present and alimentary canal is rudimentary. The pharynx is sac-like and is well developed. So first point, the segmental muscle bands are present in tail region. Segmental muscle bands, as you can see here, so this is actually muscle layers. Okay, the continuous muscles layers are called as segmented muscles layers are called muscle bands, majorly present in the tail region. As you can see here, the lines are here. These are the lines which is represents the muscle bands, which are arranged on both sides of the nerve cord, right? So this is a nerve cord. Upper region and lower region have this muscle bands, right? The mouth is present, alimentary canal is rudimentary. So this is, you know, that the portion of mouth is here, right? So don't confuse with the mouth and adhesive papillae. So this is adhesive papillae which is not have any opening. Remember one thing, the mouth is present here in this portion. Okay, so this is part of a mouth through which the water will enters, but they are actually rudimentary. Why? Because you know that they won't take any food when they are in the larval stage. So because of that reason, even though they have mouth, the alimentary canal, means the digestive system, is rudimentary. So almost you can say that they don't have any major function. And the pharynx sac like and well developed. As you can see here, the pharynx means, so this is the portion which we actually call as a pharynx with gill slits. They actually have sac like, which is nothing but bag like structure, which is well developed. And you know what is the function of pharynx and gill slits? They majorly helps in respiration. Well, in tadpoles they have mouth, but they have rudimentary digestive system. That means the mouth will intake the water that will reaches to the pharynx, which is nothing but kind of a respiratory system in the Ascidian tadpole. They will take the water and they utilize the oxygen which are present in the water media, and that water will be releases out through this atriopore. You can see here. Okay, so this is mouth. Through the mouth the water will enters here and it will reaches to the pharynx, which have gill slits, through which the water will separates oxygen from other non needed components, and they will take the oxygen and they release ring water through atriopore. Okay, so this is how the process of respiration or the pharynx function takes place in Ascidian tadpole. Okay, so This is all about the morphology of Ascidian tadpole. Well, in the last class, so you have studied the adult stage, and in this class you have studied the larval stage. In the next video, you will go to study about how the metamorphosis will occur in the Ascidia. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Thank you.